My name's Nick and welcome to Positive Mental Attitude. Just thought I'd give you a bit of an update on where we're up to, because apart from a load of cheesy pop song shorts that I've done, I haven't really said much recently, have I? So, yeah, fill in a few blanks where we're up to. I thought I would have started work by now, but I haven't. I did have an occupational health assessor ring me up, and we did that over the telephone, and she's been in contact with my boss, and they've decided that they need to come out and visit me to see how things are at home, to see if the environment that I'm in is conducive to going back to work, which I think is fair enough. After being off and having a stroke of all things, they need to make sure that I am safe and fit to be back working. Last thing on earth they need is me saying yes, starting back and then ending up in all kinds of trouble. They wouldn't want that, I know that. And to be fair, work have been absolutely fantastic with me, so I'm glad that they've got that duty of care and they're exercising that for me. But once the occupational health assessor comes out and makes sure everything's okay, I will start work again. Don't know if I'm looking forward to it or not. I'm not really sure yet. We'll have to see how it goes. But at some point I will have to get back into something approaching normality, so I guess that's something to look forward to in that sort of way anyway. That is at least getting back to a semblance of normality. Apart from that, I've got an appointment with the doctor on Friday. It was supposed to be next week, but they called today to bring it forward to this Friday. I think that's about my medication, a review of the medication, and he'll probably just have a bit of a chat with me about how things are going. I'll see if I've got a few questions for him, which I think I might do, just about how he thinks my recovery is going, because, I think I know where I'm up to, but that's just from a survivor, stroke victim, stroke survivor's point of view. The doctor will know if there's something that doesn't look right, or I'm not making the kind of progress that he expected. So I'm looking forward to seeing him, and also just to say hello, because he's an absolutely fantastic fella, is Dr. McDonald. Very, very nice fella. Good blue as well, so have a good chat about the footy with him. So yeah, that did cost me mind the other day actually. That I've sort of been missing the carers who came out and helped me, and the physios and occupational therapists that I had who came and helped me while I was at home. Missing them from a sort of friend and someone to speak to point of view. Not just physios being able to push me and help me improve, but it was always nice to speak to them. They're really, really nice people, so I do sort of miss them on that kind of level. And it'd be the same with the staff that were in the hospital. It would be nice at some point to go back and say hello to them, and be able to walk in there under my own steam, which I think I'm going to have to do fairly soon, because it's been too long since I've been in there. The physios, I still haven't heard anything back about the new physio starting. I would have thought I'd have heard something by now, but no. So I'm waiting for that. The car, something that's important as well. The DVLA still haven't got back to me. They've apparently been in contact with Dr. McDonald to discuss my suitability for driving. Again, it's no big deal really in the grand scheme of things, but I would like to know either way, because if they come back and say, yeah, you're alright, there's no issues, then I would quite happily get rid of the car that I've got at the moment, which is just sat outside collecting dust and costing me insurance and tax every month. I can get rid of that, sell it off, and whatever I get can go in the rainy day pot. Get myself a nice little automatic. Something luxurious, hopefully. I've been looking at Mercedes and BMWs and Jaguars, because the flat cap, the walking stick, a Jag, I think might be quite suitable, but I want to get something a bit luxurious. It was a bit of a treat, because obviously I haven't had the best of time in the last year or so, 6 months especially. The Mercedes thing, I've always wanted one, and it's a particularly personal thing with me. So my dad being a footballer, he was never on Premiership wages. It was before the Premier League came into existence. But I suppose he was on better money than your average man in the street. So he used to change his cars regularly. And he had loads of them while I was growing up. And the last one he had when we were in the Netherlands was a Mercedes 230 automatic. Gorgeous silver thing with a Blaupunkt stereo. And that was the last car of his that he had that I never drove. I've driven every single car he's owned since. So that was the last one I never got to. I mean, I was lucky he got a Ford Sierra XR4i after that when we moved back to England. And as a 17-year-old I was driving that 2.8 V6 fuel injected sports car I was driving at to school. When I was in the sixth form at New A's in Allerton. I was driving that and all the teachers had Renault 4s, Renault 5s and 2 CVs and that. I was in this monster of a sports car. So I'm quite happy to have driven that, but would have loved to have driven that Mercedes. And so from that day onwards I always said to myself that when I get older, I'm not going to get much older than this now, am I? I would like to own a nice automatic Mercedes. So I think I'd like to do that. And also maybe take it out on a few little trips with a camera and go and see what there is around here, because I'm in quite a fortunate position where I live. Within about an hour and a half to 2 hours away from where I live, I can get to the Lake District, the Trough of Bowland, the Yorkshire Dales, the Peak District, Snowdonia. Some of the most beautiful parts of the United Kingdom are within an hour and a half, 2 hours. What is that? Just like a normal daily commute for a lot of people. And it'd be nice to be able to have a little bit of drive out. Places where I have been before, but never really appreciated as much as I probably would do now. Having been stuck in a house, or stuck in a hospital and then a house for month after month after month. Even out and go out and have a bit of a walk. Being able to go somewhere nice, go and see some scenery, breathe some fresh air and actually get out, it would be good. Especially if I keep improving and my walking gets better and I can use, hopefully when this comes back, I can use my hand. It'll be a lot better. So yeah, if the DVLA got back to me and just said, right, that's it, we're taking your licence off you until you take a test or something, then fine. I'll just sell my car and won't bother looking at anything else. But if they say, as long as you're happy, we're happy, then maybe I can go and get that done sooner rather than later. So it's something to look forward to anyway. And it's something I can push myself towards. But yeah, I think that's about it at the moment. There's not much else. I'm just, again, waiting on other people to sort things out for me. The stuff that had to go back to the council has gone. It was the commode glider, the perching stool and the NHS walking stick. They've gone. The only things I've got now, which I'm not getting rid of yet, is the bath lift, which I cannot get rid of because if I want a bath at this moment in time, I cannot get in and out of a bath without some kind of mechanical help. So having the bath lift, you just sit on it and push yourself into the bottom, into the tub, into the bath. That I will need, even though I've been getting a shower rather than having a bath. And the wheelchair, which at the moment is just pushed in front of my desk, so it's getting used as a chair at the desk. Stupid, but I don't want to get rid of that yet because I might need it in the next couple of weeks, but if not, I can go back as well because someone else might need that more than I do. I'm just waiting on DVLA, physio. I'll see what the doctor says on Friday about how things are going. Waiting on my assessor to decide when I can go back to work. So everything's just a little bit up in the air. I can't make any sort of concrete plans to do anything. But just keep on muddling on, don't you? Well, I do anyway. The physio especially, I can't wait for that to start up again because I think I've been slipping slightly. As much as I try and push myself, it's not the same quality. Definitely not the same kind of quality that you would get from working with a professional physiotherapist or occupational therapist. And I think I've probably could be further along in my recovery if I'd been working with them over these last, however long it's been now, couple of months. So that reminds me, I also need to write to our local MP and to the NHS Trust, complaining that 6 weeks of physio when you leave hospital is nowhere near enough. Not even close. 12 weeks would be better off. But 6 weeks, you're barely scratching the surface of what you need to do to be able to live at home after coming out of hospital with something as serious as half your body not working, It's not the same as just having a broken leg where you can get around, you'll be okay, it'll come back, You might need to have that little bit of physio to strengthen the muscles, but when you can't do anything, struggle to go to the bathroom or to wash yourself, and I can't cook for myself, and I also can't survive on fast food because that's one of the reasons why I was in the trouble in the first place. So I'm reliant on other people, which is an absolute pain, and I hate it. I hate being a burden on people. I've always been very self-sufficient. Even stupid things like changing the bedding, I can't do it. I need both hands to do it, and I can't do it for myself. I'm having to ask my parents to do it for me. It's just, that's the kind of thing I do find a little bit frustrating, despite the fact that I don't find many things frustrating. I keep this positive attitude as much as possible, and I know that I'll be there for them. I have been in the past, and I will be in the future. But I do feel a little bit of a burden. Like one of the things that I was talking to my dad the other day about, they go away to Portugal every year. So that the day they come back, he starts putting money away again into the fund. They pay for, normally they've got a little bit set aside, so he pays for the following year's villa while he's there. And then when they get back, once it gets to around December, January, they'll start looking at booking the flights. And they haven't done that this year because they're not sure if I'll be safe to look after myself by July. And that, I feel horrible hearing that. It's lovely, the fact that they're concerned about me. But that's their one time a year they go away where they can relax, they can ignore what's happening here. And then they might not be able to go, or they're worried about being able to go because I won't be able to look after myself. And I'm hoping by July, when they normally go, I'll be in a position where hopefully this useless thing will work a bit better. And I should be able to do at least something. I'm pretty good one-handed. I make cups of tea and what have you. As long as someone goes and does the shopping for me, make sure that there's stuff in the fridge, in the freezer, I should be okay. I've got my nephew here as well who lives with us. He's a useless little galoot, so I'm not relying on him to cook anything, but he won't starve. That's the one thing, he won't starve, so he'll be alright. But yeah, that's a little bit, I don't know, I don't want to say upset, because I'm not. Just, it feels a bit of a burden. I don't like that. So I hope everything's fine and they get away because they deserve it, especially after what they've done for me this year, the last 6 months. They've been absolutely incredible. Anything I need, it's there. The hospital on Friday, my dad will drive me there. He'll drive me there in my car to make sure I get a bit of a run out. Little silly things like that. It's just constantly making sure that I'm okay. My food's always done for me, and the diet has been amended to make sure that it fits in better with me than anything else. So I'll be forever thankful for that. But fingers crossed they get away this year, because by Christ they deserve it. Anyway, I've been rambling on far too long now, so I will let you go. Thank you very much for watching the video. Please consider liking, subscribing and throwing any comments below, or any questions that you've got, or you just want to call me a rambling idiot, feel free. I won't take it personally because I know I am. But thank you very much. Have a great day, and don't forget, you only get one life. Don't throw it away.